Liên quay là qua lại cái.
Are you going?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. Wake him up. Stand by.
Don't you know, talking about a revolution sounds like a whisper. Don't you know, talking about a revolution sounds like a whisper. While they're standing in the welfare lines, crying at the doorsteps of those armies of salvation, wasting time in the unemployment lines, sitting around waiting for a promotion. Don't you know, talking about a revolution sounds whisper. Poor people gonna rise up, get their share. Poor people gonna rise up, take what's theirs. Don't you know you better run, 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 run. Oh, I said you better run, 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 run. 'Cause finally the tables are starting to turn, talking about a revolution. 'Cause finally the tables are starting to turn, talking about a revolution. Oh no, talking about a revolution. Oh, while they're standing in the welfare lines, crying at the doorsteps of those armies of salvation, wasting time in the unemployment lines, sitting around waiting for a promotion. Don't you know, talking about a revolution.
Joseph's face was black as night. The pale yellow moon shone in his eyes. His path was marked by the stars in the southern hemisphere, and he walked his days under Africa's skies. This is the story of how we begin to remember. This is the powerful pulsing of love in the vein. After the dream of falling and calling your name out, these are the roots of rhythm, and the roots of rhythm remain. In early memory, mission music was ringing around my nursery door. I said, take this child, Lord, from Tucson, Arizona. Give her the wings to fly through harmony, and she won't bother you no more. This is the story of how we begin to remember. This is the powerful pulsing of love in the vein. After the dream of falling and calling your name out, these are the roots of rhythm, and the roots of rhythm remain. Ta boom ba boom ba boom ba oh. Ta boom ba boom ba boom ba oh. Ta boom ba boom ba boom ba oh. Joseph's face was as black as the night. and the pale yellow moon shone in his eyes. His path was marked by the stars in the southern hemisphere, and he walked the length of his days under African skies.
Universal. As I stroll down my street, Africa's a boiling, overflowing inside of me. I used to sport a curl made by Jerry, a Jerry curl. But as time passed, it didn't last. After my curl, I never combed my do. I used to sport a cap, but the naps kept shining through. Shining. My sister got a brand new perm. My boy say she looks pretty fine, body real firm. Folks at a job loves a new touch-up. I can tell a white boss gets a kick when she's all done up. My sister loves her blackness, but the U.S. says that a perm is her attractiveness. But Africa keeps coming stronger. We found out it ain't a perm, it's a temporary.
Don't have cash to go to the music school, no money for the guitar or the violin or the tuba. My mom's had a record player in the 45s. I put the needle on the record and I keep it crazy live, scratching it up, catching the breaks. Spirits within me have me do what it takes. Grammys I win,
And once again, like my Egyptian kin,
it's Africa within, making something out of nothing.
Africa's inside me, taking back her child. She's giving me my pride and setting me free. Africa's inside me, taking back her child. She's giving me my pride and setting me free.
Have a story.
Goes a little something like this.
What's that land across those waters? What's that spirit making love to my daughter? Telling her not to eat her mama's ham hocks, allowing her the choice to twist her hair and make it lock. Yo, I don't like it, I just don't like it. Papa may say, but the soul is a ballin'. And sooner or later, Africa's glory and toil will teach an old dog new tricks. Why in the world can't everybody recognize that Africa's an everybody? We all ask, why can't we be sisters and brothers? But first we gotta accept who is our mother.
Rather embrace up the jungle or ghetto. Melanin bones, buckets, stop, go, and developments arrested for nothing. Gumbos within, so for H2O dropping happenings like Homo sapiens hustling in. To exist as Afro USA men residing in Pumani once was Christian. Start fishing like FOS and find origin.
Inside me, taking back her child. She's giving me my pride and setting me free. Africa's inside, taking back her child. She's giving me my pride and setting me free. Africa, yeah. This is the rest of the development, and right now we like to give all kinds of shout outs to all the political prisoners out there in the country and across the world. We'd also like to give much props to all the independent schools across the world that are teaching independent studies, especially that of a conscious type. We've seen those schools as we were on tour, and we love them. We think they're beautiful.
Show us this one.
Push the button.
Yeah.
Java. Maybe I will buy this one. You buy that, so good.